Manchester United have gone ahead to win their 18th game of the season, and now the tally of their points is at 59 points. Obviously, we've gone ahead to lose 7 games and drawn 5. We've scored 46 goals, conceded 37. We are having a goal difference of 9. Talking a little bit about the goal difference, I think when you really look at the 7 goals we conceded against Liverpool, the 6 we consider again Man City, though we put 3, those are like 10. Then you add on the 4 that we conceded against Brentford. Those are how many? Those are like 16 goals that could have been avoided in this season. Meaning that if I really had those, we would have gone ahead to be having close to 30 goal difference. But obviously we are trying to do the needful and obviously play our game of football. But welcome to this channel. United 2, Nottingham Forest 0, how it happened at the City ground. And smash the like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Let me check here. We are just left with small or limited subscribers to hit 12,000 subscribers. So guys, continue to subscribe, guys. Don't forget to do so. Now, let's see how it started down at the City ground. So that's how the game started off. 9 seconds in. United we are playing a 4-2-3-1 and Nottingham Forest we are playing a 3-4-2-1 system. Then Harry Maguire, in just 2 minutes after bringing down Aweinyi, he found himself in the referee's book and he was booked, and I was really terrified at this juncture when I saw him really get this card, because I knew that it was getting worse for him. Being a person who really lacks space in his game, and with Johnson and Aweinyi leading the line, I knew we are really up for the worst. Then Anthony was up in the mix and obviously fighting up with the captain of Nottingham Forest. And then Sancho, in just 45 seconds, he found himself with a chance to score an open net, but obviously he found himself in a position of really hitting that ball and it ricocheted off the player of Nottingham Forest, and we never found ourselves in a position of capitalizing onto that. So it shows you that in just 1 minute, United had one clear-cut chance. And this has been our norm from the game of Brentford, apart from Newcastle. From the game of Brentford, Everton, Sevilla, and Nottingham. In the first half, we can create close to very many chances. And we've looked better in such situations, especially when you're having Anton Martial on the field of play. Now, the return of Casemiro is another added advantage, plus Ericsson in that midfield, and obviously Bruno Fernandes playing in his best position, that is the central attack midfield position, that has seen him really play lots and lots of passes in the final third of the pitch. So Sancho in just 45 seconds found himself on target, but obviously it just rattled off the player of Nottingham Forest. Then Bruno Fernandes was really dominating play and he was really creating lots of chances. And in the 7th minute, we see David De Gea trying to force himself to stay on the field of play, having tried to make a dive in which we thought that he had hurt himself, but we saw the goalkeeper of United, that is Botland, warming up, who was on the bench, but obviously David De Gea just cleared himself fit and he played the entire 90 minutes on the field of play, though he had nothing to really save in the entire game. He had nothing to save in the entire game of Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Then Bruno Fernandes went in for a shot. As you see it there, he went in for a shot that forced Kyle Navas to really fingertip that ball, obviously in the 17th minute, and that was all about Bruno Fernandes Borges doing the needful at the Nottingham Forest Stadium. Knowing that he's not going to be playing the game of Thursday, he was charged up for such a game and he really gave out his all. Then in the 18th minute, as you see there was a penalty called because Harry Maguire got hold of this ball, and I just think that we survived because of him being English. Having been a calamity in the game of Sevilla that was responsible for the equalizer that we conceded, that denies us our win against Sevilla. If at all that penalty is given against him, then you know how he's going to be selected. So I think it was all about being protected, but if at all it was not an English player, I think that was a penalty, because that hand is out of position. it's out of its natural position, and we just find ourselves really surviving narrowly. And that's what comes with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Sorry, that's what comes with Harry Maguire. There are final margins between you conceding and not conceding. So we really looked worried, but VR said, no, it's not a penalty. And it's the second time, I think, in every game that we've been playing, Harry Maguire has been really putting in penalty claims or bringing in penalty claims. In the game of Everton, he got hold of a player in the 6 yards box. He's really a sloppy player, and you wouldn't trust him to play against some efficient teams that are really great at doing their job. Then Anthony scored. Anthony Martial just made a very huge press. After making the press, he ran inside and he was released by Bruno Fernandes, and then Martial went for a shot and Kyler Navas saved it, but it just fell to the vicinity or the domain of Anthony, and Anthony hit it into the back of the net, and obviously that's how we celebrated the first goal of Manchester United. It came in through in the 32nd minute of the game, and he celebrated it that way. That is Anthony Santos. Then at the beginning of the first half, Anthony and Bruno Fernandes connected very well. Bruno brought a corner, it was short, and then he gave it to Anthony. Anthony just went in for curling effort. And one thing I've liked about United today and the previous days, they are showing us that there is a deliberate effort of really training set pieces and trying to score from set pieces, because we've just scored from 5 set pieces this season. But when you look at our build-up play, even I'm going to show you the ball of Bruno Fernandes that was off the crossbar after Kyle Navas really tipped it a little bit. It was from a set piece. I like it this way. Even the game of Everton, I remember that chance that it's Bissaka misses, with the net was empty. It's Bruno delivers that corner kick outside the Tina's box area to find Anthony. Anthony goes in for an instant hit, deflects off the lower bottom post, and it finds Bissaka, and Bissaka really places it outside. So kudos to the set piece coach, that is Eric Ramsey. You are doing a very good job at Manchester United, because I'm seeing the fruits in these games of football that we are playing game in, game out. This is what the shot of Bruno I was talking about that rattled off the crossbar. It was another well brought in corner. Bruno brought it towards the D to find Eriksson. Eriksson ice cold controlled that ball and then played it back to Bruno, and Bruno instantly hit it and it rattled off the bar, and it was a corner for Manchester United. Then again, Bruno forced this man known as Kyle Navas to make another save. Bruno was Bruno on the day, and he was really so much important in what we did on the field of play, and he really had another shot at goal, and Kyle Navas saved it. Looks like Bruno had close to 4 shots on target that Kyle Navas denied him a goal. That's how he really saved that shot on target. Then, as that shot was going on target, we find ourselves in a situation of Weghorst coming off the bench in the 70th minute, meaning that this time around Anthony Martial is going to have to play more minutes. He has going to have to play more minutes, close to 70 minutes, and in the 70th minute, Casemiro released Anthony Martial, and it was supposed to be a goal. I think Ben McCarthy should really take Anthony Martial through more heading sessions, because this was supposed to be a goal. It was supposed to be a goal, but we missed out on a whisker, and then he walked off the field of play, and Weghorst came in through, meaning that there is a progress. Anthony Martial has gone ahead to play, I think, 70 minutes for the very first time ever since he returned. Remember, he returned in the game of Newcastle. He played some 20 minutes in the game of Brentford, 30 in the game of Everton. I think 60 in the game of Sevilla, and now here we come in the game of Nottingham Forest playing 70 minutes. If we can get us 70 minutes every game, to me it will be okay for us until the end of the season, but I know that he's building up to playing his first 90th minute in the season since 2021. So it shows you how injuries have been really affecting Anton Martial this entire season, but obviously hooked out the field of play when the game was 1-0. But we look good when Martial is on, we all admit. You know, there is the way he drops deep, and that first goal, the press he makes, and obviously gets that ball off the midfielder of Nottingham Forest, and then he really gives it to Bruno, and Bruno really does what we call a return pass that was really a wall pass, and then Anton Martial hit the ball, keeper doesn't get hold of it very well, Anthony taps it in the back of the net. That is Anton Martial. 71 minutes played in this game. Then in the 74th minute, Anthony came in with his right foot, the weak foot, with a very good pass. It was like a cross to release Weghorst, but obviously Kyle Navas just denied him that effort and obviously just put his hand in. And Kyle Navas, to me, just saw this team not concede very many goals, but it was going to get from bad to worse on the day. Then later, Anthony did the needful, and obviously Anton did the needful and really fed in Diego Dello, and obviously it was 2-0 for Manchester United in the 76th minute, and obviously the game or the job was done. The Midland jobs was done. Sancho got a clear-cut chance, got a chance, hit it over the bar. Then Ten Hag was talking to Diego Dello to do the needful and obviously compose himself at scoring his first goal for Manchester United in 100 appearances that he marked today for Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching through your reactions to Nottingham 0, United 2, how it happened moment. A welcome in the comment section below. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. My Muslim friends, Ramadan Kareem.